Hello YouTube, you're watching Interesting TED 2 and our Interesting Enough vlog. I'm Trent.
I'm Sarah.
And we're going to tell you about our past week on this handy dandy clipboard of kind of things that hopefully you think are interesting. First off, as I mentioned, an oral exam I had in my Spanish course last vlog, and that went actually really well since we didn't study for it. Our professor set up, I knew it was going to be recorded, but her way of recording was to set up a MacBook and face the front-facing camera towards us. I was the only one in the video the whole time, but it went really well, so that was pretty cool. Sarah and I went to one of the local parks, one of the more popular parks. It was a really sunny day, and we wanted to sunbathe. I can't sunbathe for very long, being a redhead, but as we were sunbathing, you know, we laid out a blanket and stuff. It was really soft. It was cool. Sarah brought some food, and then this boy shows up with a magnifying glass.
I'm looking down at my phone and he starts walking by. As I look up, he pulls out his magnifying glass and starts staring at me. And I started laughing and I asked him, I was like, "What you looking for?" And he's like, "Well, I'm heading that direction." I was like, "What for?" And he's like, "Well, I gotta find a tree stump and a park bench and I gotta do it before the park closes. It closes late at night." And I was like, "Oh yeah?" He's like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Well, good luck with that." And he just kind of started running off. And it was so cute.
How old do you think he was?
He was probably like 3 or 4.
That's kind of what I was thinking. He was really cute. He was dressed in like these really baggy jean pants.
The cute little plaid hat on he looked like a little detective actually.
And he had a big magnifying glass like half the size of his face. It was cool. My sparring course, you're aware of that. I finally hurt myself. We had to wear these shin guards. And the shin guard actually, this was the first time that I've worn this, by the way. They kind of go under your feet, and they protect the top of your feet as well. Since it goes under your feet, it's really slippery, and I hadn't thought about that. You're supposed to be kind of standing on your toes when you're sparring, right? So I go to make a roundhouse kick, and I just completely, flat out fall on my face. It hurt.
And the ambulance didn't show up this time.
Yeah, actually the side of my leg kind of still hurts. And we're supposed to actually know how to fall and stuff, but we haven't gone over that. And it's a gym floor, so it was really hard. I don't know, maybe I'm just being a wuss, but it hurts. Also, earlier today, there's this, on our campus, this greenery, just a bunch of grass. It's a big field with a pond in the center. And it was another awesome day, so Sarah and I laid out on the grass.
I actually fell asleep this time. It was so relaxing.
I fell asleep too, which I gotta watch. But it was cool. I played some music and we chilled out. Everybody else was doing it too. There were a lot of students out there.
Yeah, I seen some... maybe it was a class or something, but I seen a lot of people sitting close to the pond and was drawing, and then every once in a while I would see a teacher come up and talk to them.
While I was in my sparring course, I guess somebody came up and took a photo of Sarah.
Yeah, this old guy. I was like lying on my side, kind of chilling, listening to music, and I was looking down. I heard someone go, "Can I take a picture?" And I looked up and he was talking to me. I was like, sure. And he's like, "Is this your bicycle?" Because I had my bike kind of parked in front of me. And I was like, "Yeah." And he was like, "Okay, cool. I want a picture of you with the bicycle in it." And so he took a picture and he looks at it and he's like, "Okay, cool, thanks." And I was like, "You're welcome." And he walked away, but I thought that was cool.
Yeah, that's something else. We did a lot of biking today. I had to talk to my advisor about my courses for next semester. And we biked, I don't know how many miles. It was quite a distance. So we were pretty worn out. That was at 9 a.m. But also at that field, that grassy area and that pond, there were a lot of, I think they were bluegill, just kind of following us back and forth along the pond. I guess they were probably conditioned that way. I assume somebody goes out and feeds them. I'm not really sure, though.
You would think.
And I plucked a few flowers and tossed them in the pond. And, I mean, like, I swear every fish in the pond just swarmed it. So I don't know if they're hungry or what.
I witnessed a rape protest yesterday when I was with my friend Grace. We were downtown and we had just gotten some food. We walked up, getting ready to go around the corner to a frozen yogurt place called Campus Candy, and a big group of people, we seen cops and everything, we're like, "What's going on?" And I started hearing chants and stuff, and a big group of people started walking by, and a lot of the girls were dressed in clothes that were pretty revealing to basically show that no matter what we wear, rape is still wrong, basically. And
how big would you say the group was?
There was definitely more than 100 people involved. It was a good sized group.
Were they rowdy or were they really civil about it?
They were civil. They all stayed in line. You know, they didn't get out and start shouting at people. They just held their signs and then just shouted their chants. And like the front of the group would say the beginning and the back of the group would finish it. So it was pretty organized. And there was another small group across the street from where they were standing. I guess there's people holding some signs that were apparently for rape or not against it or something. They had some really messed up signs.
Who's not against rape? Seriously.
I don't know. There was something for the Kinsey, a sex institution place, and it said something about Kinsey allows men to rape infant children. Something really messed up along those lines. And so basically there was like a small group of people holding up big sheets trying to cover their signs. And there was like 3 or 4 people inside these sheets. And I guess a fight broke out. There was cops surrounding and everything.
This is the kind of stuff you run into on a big college campus. There's a lot of diversity.
Really interesting.
People from different states, from all over the country, from other countries. I mean, you don't see a lot of protests, but I think you see more than you'd normally see in a normal town.
It was an interesting experience for me. I actually got pulled into it by accident, not really trying to. I was videotaping, and a girl was like, "You want to join us?" And she kind of pulls me along, gives me a list of their chants, and like, "This is what we're saying. You can feel free to shout with us." And I got kind of stuck in the middle. I was like, I don't want to leave because that would be kind of awkward, you know, just to walk out in the middle of a big group of people just to kind of leave and go my separate way. So
not that Sarah doesn't think rape is wrong or anything.
Yeah, I don't, but I didn't want to ditch my friend. And she said we're almost done, so we went like right down the sidewalk, and then I just left and called my friend and was like, "Hey, sorry." Kind of got pulled into the mob, and she started laughing, and so yeah, it was a very interesting experience for me because that's never happened to me before.
Next on our list, mulching at IU and graduation. So graduation's right around the corner. And you might know that I work for IU. I'm a groundskeeper around the main part of campus. And around graduation, there are a lot of photos being taken, as you can probably imagine. So my manager, my boss, really wants everything to look really nice. And a big part of making the campus look really pretty is by mulching all the mulch beds. You're mulching around the flowers and the trees and stuff. And it really does make the place pop. But since graduation's coming up, he's been really anal about that. So the last week and a half, 2 weeks, we've been doing nothing but mulching the whole time. Which is totally cool with me because I enjoy it. I think that it smells good, which isn't a popular opinion. And I think it looks amazing. It's something simple to do that really does a lot for what it is. The big thing, the most interesting thing that I think's happened to us this past week, or rather Sarah's father, we'll get into that. We went to Easter dinner with her family down about 45-minute drive down south.
They live in Bloomfield.
I guess it's a tradition for the family to play basketball after Easter dinner.
Not just Easter dinner, just any dinner in general.
I guess any family get-together.
We've always done it as long as I can remember, and it's just something we all enjoy, and we like being competitive with one another, and it's just a lot of fun.
Their whole family is really sporty. Her father's like all about basketball, it seems. He's pretty good at it, too. Don't get me wrong.
For his age. He actually could have played college ball, but he got injured and something like that. And yeah, long story short, anyways, we're outside. My sister goes to shoot the ball. My dad wasn't paying attention because he was looking after the little one, my sister's kid. And he's bent over, and as the ball is flying off the rim, I shouted, and as he looked up, it smacked him in the face, knocked off his glasses, and broke them, and the frame from the glasses cut his cheek. And it was pretty epic. I didn't think, him just getting hit in the face would cause a gash like that, but blood was running down his face, dripped onto his nice shirt, which that was the most thing he was upset about was his outfit. He didn't care that he was bleeding. He was like, I have a stain on my shirt. It's not going to come clean, because he's very anal about his look, I guess.
The whole incident, it happened really fast, and it was kind of funny. Don't tell him I said that, because it hit him square in the face. It wasn't just kind of like...
Oh, we laughed about it after.
It was
we definitely did.
Square in the face. Like, he couldn't have taken it to the face any better than he did.
He was just more confused as what was going on. His reaction was funny. After it was all said and done, we were laughing about it later on. That sucked that he wasn't able to play with us after that because his glasses were broke and my dad's blind as a bat.
You can't even see with the glasses, apparently.
Yeah, he's considered legally blind, but... so he had to sit out and watch for the most part, but... It was still a fun time.
Yeah, Easter dinner was really good. It was cool. So that's everything on our list that I wanted to cover and that Sarah wanted to cover. So, hopefully you found it interesting enough, and be sure to check in next week, every week, for our Interesting Enough vlog on Interesting TED 2. And don't forget to check out Interesting TED 1. Check it out in the description. It's my main channel, and it has lots of interesting stuff that hopefully you'll find interesting as well. So thanks for watching, and tune in next week. We'll see you later.
Bye.